galaxy trembled as a rogue black hole spiraled out of control, devouring everything in its path. Formed from the violent collapse of a dying star, it had grown to threaten an entire star system. Asteroids shattered, moons cracked, and the light of nearby stars bent around its gravitational grasp. Across the system, planets filled with intelligent civilizations sent out desperate distress calls, hoping for salvation from an impossible threat. Silver Surfer, the silent sentinel of the cosmos, heard their cries. Riding his iconic board, his silver form radiated against the backdrop of the void as he approached the chaos. The pull of the black hole tested even his vast abilities as the power cosmic coursed through him, allowing him to resist its crushing force. The surfer paused, scanning the devastation around him. Several planets were already on the brink of destruction, their fragile ecosystems teetering under the effects of the singularity. He felt the weight of countless lives pressing on his conscience. Far ahead, he detected the dense gravitational anomaly, its core a swirling maelstrom of destruction. The task ahead was clear: stabilize or destroy the black hole before it consumed everything. Yet as the surfer moved closer, another presence made itself known. A fiery trail blazed through the darkness, a red and gold comet of power and authority. The surfer halted, his calm gaze fixing on the intruder. Hovering in the distance was Gladiator, the Praetor of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, with his iconic red cape billowing behind him and his imposing vigor exuding raw power. Gladiator stared at the surfer with cold determination. This was not merely a meeting of cosmic saviors. Tension rippled in the space between them. "You dare trespass in Shi'ar territory?" Gladiator's deep voice cut through the silence of the void. His body radiated immense strength, and his piercing gaze left no doubt about his resolve. "Leave now, Herald, or face the consequences." Silver Surfer, calm as ever, inclined his head slightly. "This black hole threatens more than your empire, Gladiator. It endangers all life in this star system and beyond. My purpose here is not conquest, it is salvation." Gladiator's eyes narrowed. "The Shi'ar Empire has its own plans to address this anomaly. Your interference is neither required nor permitted. This is my domain, and I will defend it." His voice carried the authority of a leader, unwavering in his purpose. The surfer's voice was steady but firm. "Lives are at stake, Praetor. Pride has no place here. Stand aside, or I will be forced to act." The confrontation escalated, the black hole's swirling mass looming ominously in the background. Gladiator clenched his fists, his belief in his strength and purpose fueling his every move. "Then you leave me no choice. I will show you the strength of the Shi'ar." With a roar, Gladiator charged, a streak of energy propelling him forward. His first punch came with the force of a collapsing star, slamming into the surfer's cosmic shield. The shockwave rippled through space, scattering nearby debris. The battle had begun, and the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Gladiator's assault was relentless. His punches rained down like meteors, each strike testing the limits of the surfer's defenses. The Praetor's belief in his own supremacy ignited a fury that made him faster and stronger with every blow. His heat vision seared through space, forcing the surfer to retreat momentarily. But Silver Surfer was no mere opponent. Weaving skillfully on his board, he deflected Gladiator's strikes with shimmering barriers of power cosmic. His counterattacks were precise, beams of energy that lit up the darkness with their brilliance. "You fight with strength, Praetor," the surfer said, his voice calm amidst the chaos. "But strength without purpose is a destructive force." Gladiator roared in defiance, tearing a nearby asteroid in half and hurling the fragments at the surfer. The surfer dodged the first but was struck by the second, hurtling backward toward the pull of the black hole. Regaining his balance, he unleashed a surge of cosmic energy, forcing Gladiator to shield himself. Their battle moved closer to the singularity, the immense gravitational pull adding a dangerous edge to their duel. Planets in the distance trembled as their clash sent shockwaves across the system. The balance of power shifted constantly, neither combatant willing to yield. As the fight raged on, Gladiator began to gain the upper hand. His confidence fueled his every move, making his strikes faster and more devastating. A mighty uppercut sent the surfer flying into a nearby moon, its surface cracking under the impact. Gladiator followed up with a barrage of punches, shaking the moon to its core. "You cannot win, Surfer," Gladiator bellowed. "My will is absolute. As long as I believe, I cannot be defeated." Silver Surfer struggled to rise, the power cosmic flowing through him like a lifeline. "Your strength is admirable, Praetor," he said, his voice steady despite his injuries. "But strength alone cannot save this system. If you cannot see reason, I will have no choice but to stop you." Drawing deeply from his reserves, the surfer unleashed a blinding wave of energy. The explosion pushed Gladiator back and shattered the moon into fragments. For a moment, the battlefield was silent, the two warriors facing each other amidst the debris. Gladiator emerged from the rubble, his body bruised, but his confidence unshaken. His red cape, torn and burned, still fluttered as he rose. The fire in his eyes was undeniable, a testament to his unwavering belief in his invincibility. "You've only delayed the inevitable," he growled. "No force can break my will. I was chosen to lead the Shi'ar, and I will not fail." Silver Surfer, hovering on his board amidst the swirling debris, regarded him with calm resolve. "Your determination blinds you, Praetor. While we fight, the black hole grows stronger. Entire civilizations cry out for help, yet you focus only on dominance. It's not too late to work together." But Gladiator refused to listen. His pride, bolstered by centuries of victories, made the thought of compromise intolerable. Charging forward again, he struck with the fury of 1,000 suns. His punches created shockwaves that resonated through the shattered remains of the moon, scattering fragments across the void. The surfer anticipated his movements, weaving effortlessly through Gladiator's attacks. With a sudden twist, he fired a concentrated beam of power cosmic, striking Gladiator's shoulder. The Praetor grunted in pain, but used the momentum to pivot, delivering a devastating kick that sent the surfer reeling. "You speak of wisdom, Surfer, but you know nothing of leadership." Gladiator roared, his voice echoing through the cosmos. "The Shi'ar depend on me to protect them, and I will not falter." Their battle brought them dangerously close to the black hole's event horizon. The gravitational pull grew stronger, bending light and warping space. Gladiator struggled against the immense force, his powerful muscles flexing as he pushed forward. The surfer, aided by the power cosmic, navigated the distorted space with grace, his board slicing through the void like a blade. But the environment itself became a weapon. Asteroids, torn apart by tidal forces, spiraled toward the singularity, creating a deadly obstacle course. Gladiator used the debris to his advantage, hurling massive chunks of rock at the surfer. The surfer deflected them with waves of energy, but the strain of multitasking began to show. Amidst the chaos, the surfer detected something alarming. The black hole's gravitational field was destabilizing the surrounding system faster than expected. Nearby planets experienced seismic upheavals, their surfaces cracking under the strain. Billions of lives hung in the balance, and time was running out. "Gladiator, listen to me," the surfer shouted, his voice cutting through the noise of their battle. "If we don't act now, the entire system will be consumed. Our fight is meaningless compared to the lives at stake." But Gladiator, blinded by his pride, refused to acknowledge the truth. "You seek to distract me, Herald, but I see through your lies." He charged again, his fists glowing with the energy of his belief. Silver Surfer braced himself for Gladiator's next attack. Summoning every ounce of the power cosmic, their collision created a brilliant explosion of light, briefly illuminating the surrounding void. Gladiator staggered back, his confidence faltering for the first time. The surfer seized the moment to speak. "Your strength is unparalleled, Praetor," he said, his voice steady yet filled with urgency. "But even the strongest warriors must learn when to fight and when to unite. The black hole doesn't care about pride or territory. It will consume everything indiscriminately." Gladiator hesitated, his mind torn between his duty to the Shi'ar and his need to assert dominance. The weight of the situation began to dawn on him as he glanced at the distant planets trembling in the black hole's grasp. For the first time, doubt crept into his thoughts. But his hesitation was short-lived. A surge of pride reignited his resolve, and he shook off the moment of clarity. The Shi'ar entrusted me with their safety. I will not stand aside for an outsider. The surfer sighed, disappointment etched on his silver face. Then I have no choice but to end this. The surfer unleashed the full force of the power cosmic, his energy forming a radiant sphere around him. Gladiator charged headlong into the storm, his fists glowing with raw energy. Their clash created a shockwave, so powerful that it disrupted the pull of the black hole momentarily. This time the surfer fought with precision, his every move calculated to exploit Gladiator's overconfidence. He dodged Gladiator's punches with ease, countering with bursts of energy that struck vital points. Gladiator, despite his immense strength, began to falter under the surfer's relentless assault. "You're weakening, Praetor," the surfer said, his voice calm yet commanding. "Pride has made you predictable." Gladiator roared in frustration, summoning every ounce of his remaining strength. He delivered a devastating punch that cracked the surfer's shield, but the effort left him momentarily vulnerable. The surfer capitalized on the opening, striking Gladiator with a concentrated blast of energy that sent him hurtling into the remains of the shattered moon. As Gladiator struggled to rise, the surfer approached, his body glowing with residual energy. "This battle is over, Praetor," he said. "Your strength is immense, but it is no match for the power cosmic." Gladiator glared at the surfer, his pride refusing to let him concede. But his body betrayed him. His once unyielding frame now trembled with exhaustion. The realization hit him like a blow. He had been defeated. "You have bested me," Gladiator admitted, his voice heavy with defeat. "But know this, my spirit remains unbroken." The surfer extended a hand, his expression one of compassion rather than triumph. "Your spirit is strong, Praetor, but strength must be used wisely. Together, we can still save this system."